It's a never-ending three-ring circus. I mean, how many times does this have to go on? Maybe it's time for the Republicans to find somebody other than McCarthy. I don't know, because not looking very good, and it doesn't bode well for the future. Meanwhile, Matt Gaetz is out nominating Donald Trump. We're going to get into that. Hello, welcome back to the show, everyone. I am Trish Regan. This is the Trish Regan Show, portions of which are brought to you by Legacy Precious Metals. You can get a free investing guide. Learn everything that you need to know about investing in gold or silver right now. Just go to legacypminvestments.com. Again, it's legacypminvestments.com. And we're also brought to you by Rough Greens, roughgreens.com. This is Fluffy, if you haven't met Fluffy. This is him. He sometimes hangs out with me here on the show. Actually, I think today he'd rather be on the couch, but I just wanted to have him say, you want to say a quick little hello? You want to say quick hello, or are you getting a little bit shy? Oh, this is my sweetie pie. And I love him so much. Our family loves him so much that we want to make sure that he is well taken care of and that he has the right nutrients every day to make sure that he continues growing and leads a healthy, happy life, which is why I feed him a supplement called Rough Greens. You can do this for your dog too. Just go to roughgreens.com/Trish, my name, roughgreens.com/Trish, my name, and get your free trial bag. It was started by naturopathic Dr. Dennis Black, who cares so much about health, both, of course, for us as human beings, but also for dogs. And he's got a couple of big dogs, actually, and he developed this for them and wants every dog in America to have access. So, because I know him and you know me, you can get the free trial bag. Just go to roughgreens.com/Trish. All right, this is pretty wild. I want to show you what's going on there on Capitol Hill as I go to air right now. Here is the representative from Florida, Mr. Matt Gaetz.
Gaetz.
Donald John Trump.
Trump.
Did you see Marjorie Taylor Greene's face as she sat next to him? She was like, okay. So what's the methodology there? You know, you think about what's going on right now with these holdouts, and it tells you that, one, the party's broken. But two, McCarthy doesn't have sort of a hold on things the way he would like. And perhaps even that Donald Trump doesn't have quite the hold. Because don't forget, Donald Trump has come out and said, wait a second, I support McCarthy. So, hey, everybody, you know what? Get your act together and support McCarthy. So we're one cohesive team. Well, that wasn't happening. And so there were some that were saying, you know what? These oddballs over here, these oddballs are really not Trump people or MAGA people. It's like, who's MAGA? It's very confusing, right? Because Marjorie Taylor Greene is suddenly considered establishment. Then you start going, oh, what's going on in this world? So this may have been a move by Matt Gaetz to say, you know what? No, this is what we stand for. We stand for this MAGA movement. And so I'm going to nominate Trump. It's an interesting proposition. I would point out that it's not typical because normally you would have somebody who's actually a representative in the House be nominated for Speaker. But strangely, it's actually permissible. I mean, I don't know if it's ever happened, but it could, strangely, happen. Maybe that's a little loophole that perhaps needed to be fixed. But Matt Gaetz thinking, hey, why not? I'll see if I can take advantage of it and run with it. I think it's more just a political stunt at this point. We've seen a lot of those lately, right? These are all kind of political stunts. And the frustrating thing for me as an American is, and as a conservative, and somebody who wants to see the conservative agenda in terms of lower taxes, less government, stronger borders, a more hawkish environment in terms of our financial picture instead of this dovish Fed that we've had forever. All of these values matter to me. And I imagine if you're watching the show or listening to it on Apple, iTunes, or Spotify, they matter to you as well. And so this kind of breaks down that system in a way, and it's not very seemly. It's as though everybody wants their 15 minutes of fame, and sure, they're getting it because there's not a lot of other news going on, and they're holding up a whole bunch of stuff, including new people that need to be sworn in. Like, how's that going to happen? We don't even have a leader of the House of Representatives right now. So it's unfortunate and speaks volumes about where we are politically right now as a nation, and we ought to be thinking about bigger things. You've got lots of problems. You get Joe Biden now saying he's going to let 30,000 people into the country every month. He's somehow clamping down on immigration, but 30,000 are coming in a month from Venezuela, Cuba, Honduras, some other countries. Okay, again, I'll believe it when I see it. If they can actually streamline this thing, he says he's going to the border next week. That should be interesting. So we have problems there. We have problems overseas. We certainly have financial problems. You've heard me at length go on about inflation. And so there's real issues out there. American people are hurting, and these could be solved and should be solved. But no one really has the will to do it because everybody wants their 15 minutes of fame and their tweet and their moment on cable TV. And that is a problem. I think it's a big problem for the country. It's the reason why I was saying, in fact, just yesterday, it seems as though we are now broken as a nation. Nice stuff to talk about. Anyway, we've got more that we got to get into. I do want to go into this whole plan that Biden is proposing there for immigration. That will be part of tomorrow's program. And I want to share with you some intel because increasingly now I am hearing that there are a lot of Russians present in Venezuela, which is of concern. It's of concern because as we worry about the Europeans and Ukraine being that backdoor entry point for the Russians over in Europe, who's minding the store back here at home? Why are we going to let the Russians trample all over Venezuela, thereby having that back door right here to the USA? What, 2.5 hours from Miami? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. We'll talk about it some more tomorrow. Great to have you here. Quick reminder, sign up for my newsletter at trishintel.com. Make sure that you do that, and I'll see you tomorrow.